Mariners came back from the All-Star break today, and they won a game by a score of 6-1 behind some dominant starting pitching by Luis Castillo, who went 6 2/3 innings and gave up only 3 hits, walked 2, struck out 7. Gabe Spire came in, had a hold, gave up nothing. Matt Brash came in, had a hold, 1 inning pitched. He did give up the 1 run, but he doesn't get credited with a blown save because we still had a 2-1 lead, so it wasn't Malone. And then unfortunately, Bizzardo comes in and doesn't get credited with a save because we were up by a score of 6-1. Munoz was warming up in the bullpen when we were at 2-1 and 3-1 in the 8th inning, and even at 4-1. But once it became 5 and 6-1, Munoz sat down and we went with Bizzardo. Walter for the Astros went 6 innings, 1-3 record this season, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned, and walked 1. Interesting that he takes the loss because at no point did the Astros have a lead today. Mariners went up 1-0 on a Randy Arozarena solo home run in the bottom of the 4th inning. 18th home run, 10th home run in the last 14 games. Pretty awesome. JP had another good game, extended his on-base and hitting streaks to, I think, 13 for the hitting streak. 1 hit, 1 run, 1 ribby. He drove in Cole Young in the 8th. Julio had a run, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. He was 0 for 2, but he got on base twice and scored a run. And he scored a run on a Donovan Solano sacrifice fly. Cal scored JP. His 1 hit today was not a home run. The last hit he's had in the last last 2 weeks that wasn't a home run. Randy hit a homer. Donovan Solano 0 for 3, but he had a ribby on a sac fly. Mitch Garver 2 hits today. One of them was a home run, 1 run ribby. Dylan Moore went 0 for 3, but had some pretty good defensive plays. Cole Young, I'm liking what I'm seeing from him. Yeah, he went 1 for 2 with a walk, and he is really working those walks. Ben Williamson went 0 for 2 with a sacrifice, and he only got 3 plate appearances today. Randy Arozarena was intentionally walked by Neris when we had runners on second and third, and that was a mistake because Cal stole second base, and then they walked to Randy Arozarena, and then Julio on a wild pitch came home. And then Cal came home on a sacrifice fly. It was pretty awesome. A lot of stuff really didn't happen through the first 5-6 innings. Like you can see scoring. You know, I think I saw that Luis had a 3-pitch inning, but I might have been hearing the 3-pitch strikeout, which was but either way, the Mariners are back to playing really good baseball. I'm really liking what I'm seeing all up and down the lineup. Mariners had 6 hits, 6 runs, 5 ribbies, 4 strikeouts, or 4 walks, 9 strikeouts. We walked 1 more time and struck out 1 more time than the Astros. So okay, the Astros have a guy on their team batting 111 and another guy batting 143. Normally, you'd think this number and this number would be like here for the Mariners. Especially with the way that we've had our team over the last little while. 2 for 3 with runners in scoring position. We left 3 with 3 on base. The Astros, though, this is big. 0 for 9 and left 6 on base. Doing that, it's a big problem for the Astros. Absolutely happy to see that the Mariners are back and winning. Sorry, I don't know why I did that. Back to their winning ways. That's their 4th straight win after winning the 3 with Detroit on the road at Detroit. We have a homestand here coming up. A couple of games against Houston. We were at 52 or 51 and 45 coming in, and they were at 56 and 40 coming in. So we are currently 4 games behind in both the win and loss column. But by the end, we could end up being... So we're just 4 games back. By the end, we could actually be 53, 54... We could be 54 and 45, and they could be 56 and 43. And with that, we'd be 2 games out of a playoff... Not a playoff spot. We are in a playoff spot right now. We have a half-game lead over Tampa Bay going into today based on our performance in the first half. Mariners are looking to get some trade help. Donovan Solano today wasn't the best option at first base in the league, but he's the best option on the Mariners against the pitching staff that we had today. Mitch Garver, big redemption arc for him this year. I'm really liking that. Ben Williamson, one of the best players I've ever seen. I don't actually think he was out on the sacrifice. I actually think that the fielder interfered with him, but the umpires ruled that he went out of the base path. So who am I? I'm not an umpire. I'm not an umpire. Cal had his had one ribby today, so he continues to have the league lead in ribbies in the American League and Major League Baseball. Still has 38 home runs. Still has the most. Hasn't hit another home run today. But I'm seeing Cal doing incredible things this year, stealing a base, driving in runs. He didn't walk today, but he struck out twice, but he drove in runs. He is clutch. He is what I would say is probably the definition of MVP for the Seattle Mariners, and I do think that if there wasn't an East Coast bias, that Cal would have a lot more support in the Baseball Writers of America for MVP based on what he's doing and based on the fact that if you look at this, OPS 780, 730, 105, 828, this Julio is supposed to be our superstar, 730 OPS. Randy, 828 OPS. Okay, that's really good. These four, decent. 600, 600, 600, 600, 600. That's five players with a sub 700 OPS. Which, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Astros only had four, and they had two people batting under 150. They have two people with terrible batting averages. It's all about do you get on base and do you slug. Unfortunately, Luis Castillo couldn't go the full 7 innings. He went 6 2/3 on exactly 100 pitches. But getting our starters deep into games has been a problem this year, and we're finally working on it. So I'm glad that happened.